So yeah, dominant eye, I have right. Dominant hand, I have right. Weapon grip, I have button press. What's that do again? Oh yeah, so, you know, grab onto it by pushing the grip button. Holster hip, I have pistol hip, which puts my grenades on my chest. Gun smoothing disabled, scope smoothing disabled. If you're using any kind of stock, turn both of those off. If you're using virtual gun stock, I'd maybe leave on some scope smoothing and turn off gun smoothing. That'll just make it act and feel like a real weapon in your arms. It won't kind of like, you'll move your hands and then it'll come to your hands. It won't do that if you turn smoothing off. So that's what you want. My height, I have 6'2". I'm actually 6'3", but if you drop it an inch, you can pick stuff up off the floor easier. It doesn't glitch out. Gun stock, yeah, virtual stock is trash. That's right. Gun stock, I have disabled. Never use. I have one obviously in real life, so I don't need to use the virtual one. You can experiment with that if you like. It's up to you. Watch position, I have on right bottom hand. So that is, my right hand is my trigger finger, my trigger hand. So if I want to ever look at my watch, all I do is that. And I can see my watch. I never have to let go of my weapon. I don't have to turn my hand over. I don't have to do weird shit. I just unshoulder my buttstock and I see my time. Turn method I have on snap. I don't use turn method though because I've got full movement. I have it on snap for those times when I'm proned out or I'm like, you know, in a corner and I'm just feeling lazy. I'll just use snap turn because because I've only used Quest 2, I've only had this space. I've never had to use the smooth turn and it still gives me that VR sickness feel that you get. Like, I don't like smooth turn. I'm a body movement kind of guy. Hold to grip I have enabled, so the entire time I have my hand on my front gun, I'm holding that button in. That way, you know, when I want to let go, it's like picking something up in real life. You grab it and then you drop it. Object grab mode, I have grip, so that means picking up anything is all used with that button. Some people do prefer to have it on grip trigger, so the trigger will pick up the smaller things like your syringes and stuff, syringes and grenades, but I don't like picking stuff up with the trigger button. I just like the grip button. That's just my personal input. This one is a biggie. New players need to put their knife damage on require input. If your teammate's down right here, right, and you got a big pile of crap in front of you that you're trying to pick their syringe up out of because you've already used yours and been shot in the shoulder or something, you're gonna go through all of their stuff before you finally get to that syringe, even if you've got the grip trigger setting on. Chances are you'll pick up their knife before the syringe. If you don't have this require input on, as soon as you pick up the knife and touch them with it, they're dead. You finish them off, you can't revive them anymore. See you later, Panko. Thanks so much, brother. Sorry I haven't been looking at chat. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, thanks so much for coming, Payne. Good night, bro. Yeah, so require require input for knife damage means once you grab the knife off your chest, you pull the trigger in and then you can stab people. But if you let go of the trigger, you can stab it into your teammates or do whatever and it won't hurt them at all. You can scare the shit out of new players though that think that you're gonna kill them. Syringe, you can do the same thing, but it's not the trigger, it's clicking the thumbstick in. I don't like it, I just have it on no input, so as soon as the syringe touches my body, it injects. Sprint control. I highly suggest this on any headset. Change this to outer edge. So when you push the joystick completely to the edge on any direction, it'll put you in the full speed. It'll put you in sprint speed. Purely because the amount of controllers people have broken by continuously using the click to sprint is just craziness. Just don't put your controller through it. Just put it on outer edge sprint. Locomotion, this is a big one right now. There's some tricky stuff you can do if you've got it on hand. But basically what this means is if I'm pushing forward on my controller to walk, if I have it on head and I hold forward, I will turn when I move my head like this. I am personally use this one because I played so many 2D games, 2D shooter games. I'm used to, you know, like moving the joystick or WASD like the opposite direction that I'm looking anyway. So for me, if I want to strafe around the corner, right, I'm going to strafe that direction. I've got my thing up. I'm just holding right on the joystick, so that's moving me right because my vision is forward. But if you have it on offhand, wherever your hand is pointing will be forward. So this allows you to run forward at full speed and look behind you at the same time. You know what I mean? I'm running this way, but I can look everywhere and I'm still running that way. Or I'm going to run that way now and I'll start running that way. You know what I mean? But like this is superior because you can move faster in different directions. Yeah, accidentally stab yourself on the neck when you pull your knife out. That's right. Yeah, so if you have offhand locomotion, basically the downside I found to it was, you know, because I've got a gun stock, I have to move my gun to the direction I want to run. So that's a pain in the ass. For me anyway. The other thing was when I'm grabbing my tablet, because I do that left-handed, it just feels more natural, like grabbing anything left-handed. If I'm trying to move and grab something, because I'm moving my hand back to grab something or back this way, the controller thinks I want it to run backwards. So I'll be running forward, you know, trying to defuse a code or whatever. I'll grab my tablet out, go to check the numbers, but as I've grabbed the tablet out, it's just like rear me backwards and forwards again, and it's very disorienting. So yeah, they're my settings. Don't worry about these top ones. If you're on Quest 2, you won't have